Hey guys, the stars have aligned to give us a sign that now is a great time to be taking care of our ancestral trauma, and I can't wait to show it to you. Let's pull up the chart. This is a chart from today. I just ran it for the morning in Springville, Utah, which is where I live. And this is the thing that I really want to talk about today. It's just delicious. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is that the sun is at 15 degrees of Scorpio right now, which is a big deal. I didn't even really talk about this at all this year, but the place in the zodiac between 15 degrees of Libra and 15 degrees of Scorpio is called the Via Combusta, or the Way of Fire. And it's said that when the sun is passing through those spaces in the zodiac, it can be very traumatic for everyone in the whole world, because it's this spot in the wheel, in the zodiacal wheel, where things catch on fire. Like, this is just where things that are ready to go combust, and we all feel it. Interestingly, so much of this stuff with the Middle East showed up right as the sun was entering the Way of Fire. And I don't know, it's just so interesting to keep an eye on. But today the sun is moving out of the Via Combusta, so hopefully we will feel a lot calmer tomorrow and in the coming days than we did over the past month. This is also something interesting in conjunction with the eclipse portal, which I didn't even talk about, was that this eclipse portal took place in the Via Combusta. So this is another reason why it was such a big eclipse portal for so many of us. I don't know about you, I had like big transformations every single day. I had crazy stuff show up for me every day of that eclipse portal. And part of it was just because that's how eclipse portals are. And part of it is because the sun was going through the Via Combusta at that time. But again, the sun is exiting that right now. Now, the sun right now, and it has been for, a few days, but the sun is conjunct Mars. And Mars in Scorpio is just, okay, we got to talk about Mars, and we got to talk about Scorpio, and we got to talk about Aries and that North Node in Aries. So this is Mars, the little red guy. And that M is Scorpio. It's a scorpion, okay? And Mars was the traditional ruler of Scorpio. Mars was like the boss of Scorpio, historically speaking. Now we consider Pluto the boss of Scorpio, but Pluto was only discovered in like 1937 or something. And so that's a pretty new astrological connection to consider Pluto the ruler of Scorpio. Historically, it was Mars. And Mars is a fire planet. It's the fiery planet, right? And it's interesting because Scorpio is a water sign, but it kind of has a fire aspect to it. And I saw a meme the other day that said if Scorpio, or like Scorpio as a water sign, which it is, but it had the ocean, and it was like on fire with like oil that was set on fire in the ocean, and it's like, that's so true. That's like so Scorpio energy. Scorpio is the sign of other people's stuff. It's the sign that goes with things we inherit, including things like genetics and your ancestral lines and your ancestral trauma. That all falls into Scorpio. And that's where the sun is right now. And the sun today is in the absolute midpoint of Scorpio. It is in the ultimate most Scorpio spot. It's in the very center of that 30-degree slice of the pie that is Scorpio. And it's coming up so close to Mars. Right now, we're going to have, on a global level, everyone in the whole world is going to be feeling that Scorpio energy of wanting to dig deep. Scorpio is the deepest water sign, digging deep, digging into the subconscious, digging into the skeletons in the closet and finding out the hidden secrets and bringing them to light, or not, or just relishing in the secrets. That's a very Scorpio thing to do. But that Mars takes action. Mars is a warrior. He's a fighter. He wants to initiate new things. And so this is just, I pulled up the chart for today, and I just thought, oh man, I have to tell everybody, the stars have aligned to support us in healing the baggage of our ancestors, taking action to heal our ancestors. Why? Because it will heal us. And that's the other cool thing about this chart. Let's go pull it up. Sorry, my screen is like bouncing about. Okay, so there's the sun, here's Mars, and okay, Mars is the planet that goes with Aries, and that's this guy. And right now, the North Node is in Aries, and it's going to be in Aries for, months to come. We've got another year of Mars in Aries, of the North Node in Aries. And I love that because to me, when you're dealing with a planet in a chart, it always makes sense to also look at the sign that goes with that planet and see what's going on in there, because it all kind of influences each other. And as the sun is approaching Mars in Scorpio, everyone in the whole world, whether they realize it or not, is going to feel this urge to take some serious action, move forward, start something new when it comes to cleaning out the closet, dealing with ancestral baggage. Okay, everyone's going to feel that whether they know it or not, whether they take action on it or not. The energy is there to support it. And what is our North Node for everyone? It's in Aries. Mars and Aries also go with the first house. And I feel like I'm speaking mumbo jumbo to you all, but the important thing to know about Mars and Aries is that they're about you. They are about putting you first in a healthy way. And that's what ancestral healing is all about. It's about putting you first in a healthy way. We serve our ancestors and help them clear out their stuff, because their stuff affects us and it affects our stuff. I am a big fan of putting in really strong boundaries around ancestral work. If you did my session called like the general ancestral healing session, then you know all the boundaries that I put on it. And I think we did the tapping on ancestral boundaries for our ancestors in an earlier video in this YouTube series. But the thing about it is that I can't remember. My brain just turned off my thought. But that we're setting in normal life, I say we need to set our boundaries and just tell our ancestors, we're willing to do some sessions for you from time to time, but you can't take over our lives. Because a lot of people experience that they feel like their ancestors are always clamoring for attention and wanting help. And I get a lot of clients that say, my ancestors need so much help, I don't even have time to work for me. I just do all this work for my ancestors. And I say, you tell them, no, you will work for them for 1 hour on Sundays or something, but your life is about you and you need to work on your own life. Well, this exact month of November 2023, as we're recording live, this is the month where I thought this is the month that our ancestors get primetime attention. We get to put our attention on our ancestors for this month. To me, that's the boundary. I'm like, ancestors, it is a party for you this month, the month of November. We're going to clear out everything that we can clear for you in this month. And we might do this kind of month again in the future. We'll see, but not too soon in the future because I have some other plans. But the point is, the stars have aligned. The work that we do to heal our ancestors is going to serve us. That is just so powerful. So yesterday we talked about how sexual trauma passes through the family line, and it certainly does. And I hope that you were able to take the time yesterday to try the sexual abuse healing session, because it is so powerful. If you did try it, I'd love to hear how it went for you. If you have any loose ends, post about it in the Facebook group, and we'll help you clear out the rest of the emotional trauma that needs to go. But today I wanted to invite you to do that session a second time on behalf of your ancestors. Again, what's going to happen is you're going to put it on, and in your mind, you're going to say, okay, I'm doing this on behalf of my ancestors. You imagine a room full of your ancestors, and you do the session on their behalf, just with your intention, just because you chose to do it for them. And you're going to see for yourself how powerful it is and how different it feels, and how it's going to bring up different stuff, and how you're going to feel lighter and better afterwards. It's possible that not all of your ancestors will want to cooperate with such a session, and that is okay. If anybody wants to opt out, you just say, okay, opt out, wrap them in a bubble of the light of Christ, and just send them on their way and do the work for the rest of your ancestors. And the amazing thing about doing this is that it's not just going to bless you, it's going to bless your children, it's going to bless your cousins, it's going to bless your parents. Everyone in the whole family line wins when you do this work. I think that session is 1 hour long. I might be wrong, but I think that's true. But 1 hour of investment of your life could seriously bless so many more people than you understand. And this is really exciting stuff. We clear it out from the family line one time. We benefit from having it cleared out for the rest of existence. So this is just so exciting. I'm really excited. I'm just so excited. Go try it. Okay. I will let you get back to your day. I know you're a busy person, just like me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for setting aside a few minutes in the morning to hang out with me and to think about the trajectory of your life and to think about these little things that we can do every day to bless ourselves and bless our families. Every time you do one thing to bless yourself and heal yourself, you bless everyone that you ever meet, because the way that you are, the way that you heal gives other people permission to heal. You interact with people totally differently and in a way that invites them consciously and subconsciously to heal. You are just doing so much better than you realize. Just doing one little thing every day to help yourself heal blesses so many more people than you could possibly comprehend. And it's a compound interest. It's going to continue growing in magnitude over time. Every day you do a little bit, and 10 years from now, you're going to be a totally different person in a great way. And you're going to look back at your life and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how far I've come by just doing a little bit every day. Okay, that is the truth. Okay, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Go try that session. The link is below. I think you're great. Bye.